Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit, episode number 500.
Wow.
Wow,
stop.
500.
500?
Yes.
How did we get to 500 episodes?
I know.
Some trickeration,
we are talking about comics that can't even make it towards 12 or 13 books without restarting, and we made 500 episodes.
Time to reboot.
Time to
reboot. We'll keep the legacy numbering, but we will go next week's will be number 1. All new, all different. Sneak peek at next week. With
and I'm sorry, next week's episode will be $5.99. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to cost you something.
Yeah.
Kyle, congratulations on 500 episodes of a podcast. It's,
Drew, yourself. You as well,
that's
sir.
kind of an impressive feat that nobody really understands, I guess. Our families don't understand where we go at 10:30 on Friday nights. What do we talk about? Does anybody really listen? What is going on? Is this a midlife crisis? All that stuff. And we're 500 episodes in. Congratulations to us.
That's right.
Now we have all kinds of stuff planned for our 500th episode. Actually, it's just another show.
Yeah.
But we do have prizes coming in, and we are going to celebrate our 500th milestone by rewarding listeners somehow, some way with some of these gifts. Send out some prize packs. Probably do something on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, something like that. Keep it easy. The iTunes thing was a challenge to get a hold of the right. Well, it wasn't really that tough, but could have been. It could have been a challenge. So we're going to simplify that and figure out what we want to do. But we thank those of you who have been around since the beginning, and there's several of you that have been around for all 500, and we love all our listeners that have caught on and spread the word and allowed us to get to 500. So we're really psyched about it. So thank you guys for listening, and well, I think that's enough. Let's go.
But enough about us.
But enough about us and how great we are.
Just like an everyday week, Drew and I will be talking about the comics coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, March the 13th. But before we get into that, Drew, we have any feedback from our listeners? Or we want to jump right into the FOC?
Well, before our feedback, and we did have feedback on our feedback, which is kind of a cool loop.
There you go.
You know, we talked about moving our feedback around, and should we break things up? And you know, those of you who did take the time to reach out to us and talk and make a comment, they did like the feedback at the top of the show.
There you go.
So we're gonna keep that there. We might stick some news and notes in the middle of some of the number-heavy things or title-heavy things that we kind of do rundowns on to break it up. But for feedback, we're going to keep that at the beginning because those of you who spoke to us said that's what you liked.
Very cool.
And I get it. In another milestone, on our 500th episode week, we also reached our 1,000th follower on Twitter.
Nice.
So I think we're up to 1,015 or 16 now. But our 1,000th, I went back through the list, is Max Bemis. Max Bemis was, I know, right? Say Anything frontman and comic writer of Worst X-Men, Crossed, Moon Knight, and Centipede, was our 1,000th follower.
That is awesome.
And I thought that is perfect because he wrote Moon Knight.
Yeah.
He wrote Crossed.
Yeah.
2 of my favorite things. If he would have wrote Nightwing, it would have been the perfect storm of
we would be Comics for Fun and Profit, brought to you by Max Venus.
Yeah. I thought that was the coolest thing, the way it worked out. But we thank all of our followers on all of our social media platforms. Twitter is by far our strongest. Of course, Instagram's our newest, so we have way less on that. But we do appreciate all of the folks that reach out to us on all our social media platforms, as well as sending us an email. And so we got a lot of those. And you can find all those links at comicsfunprofit.com. And you can also reach out to us directly via email, comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com, or check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, like I said earlier. Anyway, here's our first feedback. Jody Hickerson says, "Hey guys, love the show. A question: pros and cons for having recent modern age books graded. Case in point, Old Guard and/or Middle West.
Mm-hmm.
If so, with Old Guard, would you do the first issue or the whole 5-issue run? I don't have any experience with graded books, so your input is much appreciated." John Taylor.
Yeah, first issue.
I'm sorry, that's a different person.
I was gonna say
that was Jody Hickerson.
Yeah, there you go. Just the first issue in my mind on that one, especially if you're going to try to sell them. You can still sell them as a run, but if you've got somebody seeking out 9.8s and you grade 5 books and you get a 9.8, 2 9.6s, and 2 9.8s, some people won't be interested in those 9.6s and makes you a lot less valuable on that kind of thing. It's just such a scramble and a gamble on that kind of thing. But everybody's always looking for a number 1 capstone issue with most of your first appearances, your bulk first appearances, in as good a condition as you can. So that one will always be a safe bet.
Yeah, I just focused on Old Guard. Kyle probably knows a little bit more about Middle West because he's a Scotty Young guy. But for Old Guard, I see the first issue that's CGC is going in the 80 to 120 range. And the whole entire 5-issue run that's sold unslabbed is going for $35, or what is that? $7 a piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, CGC the first issue, and then just sell off your other stuff. Mm-hmm. I would say. So say at least CGC the Old Guard number 1.
Yeah.
Now, Middle West, I know it's heating up. I don't think it's I think it's the variants that are the ones that are really hot, right, Kyle?
No, number 1 just keeps selling, and they keep going back for a second print. So there's more people jumping on, and the numbers keep going up for that one, which is why it's a good sign.
Okay, and we say to CGC that one as well.
Yeah, especially if you get some of I think there was a ratio variant of some sort for issue 1. That's definitely a good one to try to get encapsulated.
I need to dig these out. I still haven't sold any of those.
Yeah.
And I need to do it while strike while the iron's hot, right?
There you go.
Now, John Taylor says, "Love you guys.
Aww.
Look forward to your show every week." John, we like you a lot, but love's a strong word. Well, we'll take it. We love you too.
I'm easy. I love you too.
That's awesome. Drew and Kyle, I just discovered your podcast and listened to episode 498. And let me say, I am shocked. You answered a listener question about villains who led titles, and nobody mentioned the word Doom. From Doom 2099 to the latest Secret Wars to infamous Iron Man, he has been the lead in some terrific stories. The only excuse I will accept is that you did not consider the rightful ruler of Latveria to be a villain and view him more appropriately as an anti-hero or even a hero. Despite this oversight, I enjoy the episode. Keep up the good work. Professor Allen of the Relatively Geeky Podcast Network.
Very cool.
Thank you, Professor Allen. Now, I was delighted to find out that Professor Allen is actually a work colleague of mine down the hall. He's about 50 feet away from me, and he also has a comic podcast. So check out Relatively Geeky Podcast Network. They have multiple shows. I just listened to his comics reading journal. Fantastic. You know how like I say and a lot and stutter and stammer, and Kyle coughs phlegm into the mic. He does none of that stuff. It's like on point, professional, articulate comics positivity. Fantastic podcast. Check out Relatively Geeky. I'll link his podcast in the show notes, and you got to check that one out. It's really cool. That episode in particular is kind of like Mike M's weekly reads, but I think he predates Mike M's. We'll have to see who came first, Mike M or Professor Allen. We'll have a steel cage match to find out who owns the rights to the weekly review section like that. So good stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And back to Doctor Doom. While I do very much enjoy Doom, and Doom is the biggest figure that I would like to see on a cinematic screen as far as a villain. I was looking for more people that, like, the book is all about Doom, and we haven't seen as much of that. Plus, you get Doom, you might get some Madam Mask and some good stuff in there. I really would like to see him on the big screen. That's my biggest takeaway from Doom, is I would love to see that. And he could easily be introduced as the leader of Latveria and just rising to power and taking over from that, because he's got all the things you love in that. But as far as him as a lead book that I have read, I'm going to have to do a little bit more research, because I haven't been in on some of those books.
Yeah, I've read his run in Invincible. It was Invincible Iron Man, right? Or was it?
Yes, it was. I read some of those. I dipped in and out.
Yeah. Anyway, it was good. And it's a terrible oversight on our part, and of course Dr. Doom belongs in there. And how could what's the first mistake in 500 episodes?
President Doom.
It's good stuff. Yes. Jason sends us this. Kyle and Drew, thank you for the shout out on episode 498. Mahalo for letting me contribute to your guys' podcasts. And he says, number 2, spec pick from me is Hit Monkey.
There you go.
And here's the reason why Hit Monkey is going up in value. And he says it's going to be like an animated Marvel thing on Hulu. Daniel Way is the co-creator who lives on Oahu in Hawaii and was at the amazing Comic-Con that Jason reported from earlier. And I think he was a last-minute add-on. So he's a creator on Hit Monkey, and he thinks it's going to go up in value. And he's given us that spec pick for free.
Excellent.
So check that out.
Yes, cool. I thought the Hit Monkey book looked really cool.
Now, Aaron Churchill says, I think you two are doing a heck of a lot on your podcast lately. Oh. And it's great. I really appreciate the content and conversation. I was thinking for the previews order you sometimes share, winky face, instead of going through your monthly order, maybe just sharing your top 3 for fun and your top 3 for profit from your pre-order. This is a horrible sentence, but I'm too lazy to make it better. I like that idea. That's manageable.
Yep.
I don't have it up right now. I could probably whip something. We'll do it in the future.
Yes.
Not this month, but we'll make an effort. We'll make more of an effort to do that, because that sounds like manageable. 3 from each of us, or 3 total?
No,
whatever. We'll figure it out.
That's easy. I can do the things I want to read and the things that pique my interest as possible moneymakers.
Yeah. 3 and 3 sounds like a good one. We can do that for sure. I have some more questions. I have to get organized to ask them. On a side note, I saw that Ziggy Pig Silly Seal Secret Incentive cover was going for around $25 to $35 on eBay.
Hey!
I was able to grab one for $3.99. Pretty crazy. Never would have happened without you two sending me on this path to keep my eyes open.
Very nice.
Last thing for today, going to C2E2 this year, I have my 3-day pass. Kyle's probably not, right?
Correct.
You're out. I am thinking I'm leaning towards going. I do have a vacation coming up. It's spring break for us, so I have a vacation this week. Tomorrow I leave for it. Right after I hit submit on the podcast episode, I get in the car and I'm leaving. So as soon as you hear it, know that I'm driving to Florida, and then we come back and I'm at work for 3 or 4 days, and then it's C2E2. So I think I can do it. I just got to make sure that work's tidied up and ready to go, so that I can get there. I really want to go. So I'll reach out to you, Aaron, and if you're going to go, maybe we can meet up and say hi. It'd be kind of cool. Get a picture or something. So thank you for that. And he also has one more question on Batman and the Outsiders #1. Any thoughts on that? Then there's also a Stepan Sajic variant for that one that looks good for either fun or profit or both. And we just got a question mark on what our thoughts are on that.
I hope it does amazing things.
Did you read any of the Batman and the Outsiders when it originally came out?
Yeah, I have. I believe the entire run that I picked up in some dime sale or quarter sale that I'm still holding on to. So I hope it does great, and people really want the old set because I will sell them.
You're so selfish.
Yes, yes, I am.
I remember it being well thought of. I don't know if I finished the run.
Yeah.
If I ever finished. I know I read some of the issues, but I don't think I ever finished it. I don't know.
But it definitely looks cool. I really like the group. So,
Stepan Sajic is a really great artist.
Yeah.
So I think you're spot on, at least on picking that one up, especially if it's independently orderable, which I assume it is since it's DC.
Yes.
And yeah, pick it up, hold on to it for profit, and read it for fun.
Yeah.
Get both.
It's definitely one that I'm going to read and delve into. Now, I've said that before, but I actually mean it this time.
Tom says, "Sorry, Drew. Did you hear West Coast Avengers by Kelly Thompson is ending in April after only 10 issues?"
Oy.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't go home again. So
the Drew seal of approval is the Drew kiss of death.
Yeah. My beloved West Coast Avengers. They'll always be my Avengers, but this go round just didn't catch hold, and I guess it's going away. That's too bad. It's unfortunate. That's a pretty quick hook for them. They didn't really give it much of a chance, but it just must be plummeting.
Yeah.
Like we'll have to check out the sales numbers to see where it ends up.
To be replaced by another X book.
Yeah. Dawn says, how are you enjoying Deadly Class, both the show and the comic? Well, like how Kyle and I got back into comics, started back up again, was when Walking Dead started and the New 52. We've mentioned this multiple times. I'm sure you're sick of hearing about it, but there was like this excitement when Kyle told me, "You know that Walking Dead has a comic, right?"
Yeah.
And I started making my way through those, and I was like, "Holy moly, this is amazing!" And couldn't put it down. Well, when Deadly Class came out on Sci-Fi, I got that same feeling again. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, this show is great. I need to go back and revisit," because I dropped off the book because I'm an idiot early on. And so
reading a lot of books at that time. We were pumping out through some books at that time.
So I started reading again. I've since then since I mentioned that, I've read 30 issues of Deadly Class, and it's that same feeling that I had with Walking Dead. It's just amazing comic. Sorry I missed out on it at the beginning and wasn't on the ride the whole time, but I'm so glad I'm there now and enjoying this great Rick Remender book. It's just awesome. So I've got like 5 or 6 issues left to get caught up to current now, so I'm really close and I'm loving it. But thank you for asking, and good stuff, very good stuff. Kyle, you got to read it. No, you got to read it. I got to get you to read it.
I was right on the ball on watching it, but I got to go back and read more than the first 3.
Now, I originally had a little note to because we went to the sneak premiere of Captain Marvel on Thursday, and I was going to put in here that we could mention a little bit about that, but we did one better, and you've already seen that in the feed where we talk spoilerific about Captain Marvel, because Kyle can't keep spoilers out of stuff.
Yeah, I can't do it. I have to talk free and honest.
Yeah, and me neither. And after we left, we put the spoiler tag on it. I talked about every plot point. So Left some stuff out, but I spoiled a lot. So don't listen to it until you see the movie, or you'll hate me forever. We did get some cool information on a new posting on the Comic Book Invest did a new top 10.
Ooh.
And it's kind of like that coverprice.com, their top 10. This is a comicbookinvest.com, another great source. And you guys should be checking all these out. Cover Price and Comics Heating Up and Comic Book Invest. They're all great sources. They do a really good job. But they have their Hot 10 comics. And number one is Die Number One, the Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hans book. And it's the Virgin variant.
Ah.
And this thing went from $10 to $30 to $40, and now is selling for $200. The first print is the first issue is in its third printing now. It shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. That's a big price jump. I don't think I got the Virgin variant. I probably just got the cover A because that's what Kyle always tells me to do.
That's right.
So I might have missed out on that. But if I do have one, I need to dust that puppy off and get that thing out for $200. You D&D people out there are crazy. That's a heck of a lot of money. Number 2 is Venom. Number 7, the Secret Tongue variant. This is up from $25 last week to $40 to $50. Raw and $170 in a 9.8. Speculation on that Dylan Brock character seems to be driving this. Number 3 is Fantastic Four, number 65.
Jeez.
From way back, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This is the first appearance of the Kree.
And Ronan the Accuser.
In their appearance in this week's Captain Marvel movie have caused prices to hit all-time highs, including 9.0 sales of $700 plus. And just last November, it was selling for $250. So that's quite a profit.
Yeah, they talk about it being a double key issue because of both the Ronan and the Kree appearance.
Yeah, good call. Number 4 is Superboy, number 9. This is written by Carl Kessel and art by Humberto Ramos. It's King Shark in Suicide Squad 2, so supposedly with a question mark. We don't really know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first full appearance had its ups and downs, but it's currently on the upswing again. $2 to $4 a week ago is now selling $10 to $20. Don't forget that the DCU logo variant on this and that the 0 Hour logo variant for Superboy Zero was the first cameo appearance.
I think I have this.
This is stuff you can get pretty reasonably and probably still find. Number 5 is Umbrella Academy. Dallas, number 1, Jim Lee variant. Because of all the Umbrella Academy hype, this thing was selling in the 30s a couple weeks ago and is now in the $70 to $75 range. So that's still climbing. We've got what we heard from our listener in the feedback, Ziggy Pig Silly Seal number 1, the secret poop variant. You can't go wrong with a poop variant. It's selling for $20 to $25 pretty regularly, they said. So we did call that, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we know our poop variants. The Mall number 1, this option property with a low print one was seeing sales less than $10 a week ago. The fear of missing out seems to have set in, and now $25 to $30 is what you have to pay. So the Mall, which I missed out completely.
Yeah.
That was an IDW book? Is that right?
Scout, isn't it?
Scout. Okay. We've got Astro Hustle number 1, which was a former spec pick of ours with the Greg Smallwood cover. This is the J Knits, if you recall.
Yeah. We looked at this. I liked these covers.
Yeah, we were excited about this one. And they're selling for up to $20, which is a easy money.
There you
go. Number 9, Domino, Hot Shots number 1, J. Scott Campbell, 1 in 50 variant. Can't go wrong with J. Scott Campbell. Kyle swears by him.
Yep.
This is selling for $75. And Hulk 15.
That's from the Jeff Loeb run.
The Jeff Loeb run, yeah. And it's something about Red She-Hulk and whether it is in the new Immortal Hulk or not. I'm not sure. I'm not caught up on Immortal Hulk, so I don't know what that means. It's selling over $20 regularly, so that's cool. That's just another curated Hot 10 list between our show and some of these sites. You know, you are well armed to go out there and make mad stacks of money, or get some comic books that are fun to read.
Hey, that's part of it too.
Always part of it. I think that's all I had for feedback and news and notes. Want to hop on to
The FOC?
some FOC stuff? Yeah.
All right, Drew, this is the point where we like to look at the FOC. FOC is our last chance to look at items before they come in order, usually 6 to 8 weeks after this part. This is where Drew and I add more and more and more to our previews order. Or I'm told we can take things off, but we just never choose to. We are not given the opportunity to see Eric's 4 broken out ones on this one, so it's all on us. All the pressure is on us to find,
because he has a life.
Yes.
He's at a concert.
There you go.
Who's he seeing?
Shinedown.
Shinedown.
Yeah, very cool. So let's jump right in and let's start in Dark Horse.
Let's see.
Anthem number 2. I am playing the ever-loving crap out of this game.
Oh, okay, that's right.
I love it. A lot of people are having a lot of issues. Sales are not as high and strong as they thought. But man, do I love it. And this just came in the box the other day, and I need to dig it out and read it because I really want to.
Is it heating up?
I don't know. Haven't even looked yet.
The first issue? I didn't either.
But I'm definitely getting it.
And there's the second issue of Astro Hustle. You see the first one doing
yeah.
well. Maybe you grab that second one.
Yep.
You have a chance to grab this if you're on the FOC list, which you can easily get on because the link will be in the show notes.
There you go. Anything else from Dark Horse?
From our good friends at Dark Horse? Nothing that's really speckable. I don't see. No.
Here, let's head on down to DC.
Is this Batman is not? We're going. Are we going back?
Nice
to,
Matina cover.
Are we going back to finish up that storyline that got interrupted by the price?
Yeah, we got. How long has Amanda Connor been doing some art on these? Oh, okay. This is apparently the first one she's done in a while.
Is she doing the variant?
She is internal art.
Oh, okay. She must be taking a turn. I don't think she's been on it before.
Maybe it's just this month it says in here. Huh, interesting.
Oh, is this another one shot then?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Okay. Interesting. Can't go on Batman though.
No.
Any of these other B covers look good.
I'm sure the Deathstroke does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. I'm writing that down right now.
The Deathstroke B.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yes. Look at that. Wow.
Deathstroke B, the Ed Terminus Agenda.
Right, yep.
Variant edition.
Variant Ed stands for edition. Variant edition. Terminus Agenda.
It's not a dude named Ed.
Hey, Ed Terminus. I like what you're doing on this one. Man, that's a beautiful cover. Holy cow.
So you want the variant for $239. Alrighty. Listen to us. Place our orders.
Yeah.
Live. Yeah, and there's a Young Justice. I'm curious what that B cover looks like. I know this is not really for my age bracket, but I have been enjoying this line of his, this Wonder Comics line of his.
Uh-huh.
I haven't read Dial H yet, but the other three I thought were all right. Pretty good.
There you go. Anything else in DC, sir?
No, good stuff.
All right, let's see what IDW has to take, and we need to see if we need to make sure we get Amber Blake #1 by Jada Lagarde with art by Butch Guice. Oh, yeah. Cleveland Institute, School for Gifted Children, predators hiding in schools administration, abusing children, finds herself fleeing for life, but she's not dead.
That's Kyle's past voice, by the way. Blah 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 blah. Okay, nothing in IDW then.
All right, let's head on down to Image.
Well, if Die #1 is now in its 3rd or 4th print, maybe you should hop on this series.
Yep, this is a good time.
So you have a
chance.
chance. You have a chance to hop on Die #5 before it's too late. Guarantee yourself a copy.
And this is the end of their first arc. They're writing 5-issue arcs on this, so this is your chance to come in and find out how that one wraps up.
And then there's that Section 0 reboot.
Yeah. Man, Nailbiter, hardcover, Volume 3, Murdered Edition. Such a good book. This is the last 10 issues of Nailbiter, as well as the Hack and Slash Nailbiter crossover issue as well.
You love Nailbiter, man.
It was really good, and I don't like horror or gore, but man, it was awesome.
And there's a cool Walt Simonson cover for that Section 0.
Hey.
Carl Kessel's doing the writing. Todd Grimmett and Carl Kessel on the interior arts. I mean, maybe I give Section 0 a chance. I remember it being out before and it not striking my fancy, but it's a lot of firepower on that. I might check that out.
We got ominous things here with Walking Dead. Walking Dead #190, of course, Robert Kirkman on that. Charlie Adler doing our cover. When the dust settles, what will be left of the Commonwealth? And if a community as large and organized as the Commonwealth can fail, what does that mean for the world? There are dark times ahead.
That's an awful lot in the solicit for Walking Dead.
Yeah, normally it's just people die.
Is it because sales are slipping? They think they need to try a little harder?
Pumping it up, yes.
Interesting.
Anything else in Image there, sir?
No, not really.
We also have I lost it. Oh, Unnatural's second volume is out.
Oh, okay.
Second trade for that. So, all right, let's see what Marvel has to offer for us.
We've got the second print of Immortal Hulk 14.
Yep.
Which is hot. And then we have the last chance to make sure you're guaranteed an Immortal Hulk 16, an A cover, regular price, a C cover, an Asgardian variant, McCone variant, regular price, and a Bennett variant, which is for $40. So that's got to be a 1 in 50.
Probably,
maybe?
25 or 50.
1 in 25 or 50. So this is, you never know what's going to be in Immortal Hulk. They blast off from a flipping standpoint pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff seems to happen every other issue, so you might as well get them all.
It's true.
Let's see, we got Major X #1. I forgot what that was. Remind me. Oh, it's the Rob Liefeld book.
Yep.
This is the one that is a new character, first appearance, and it's Rob Liefeld doing the art and the story. And
you kind of got to, don't you?
Yeah. I think you got to get this.
Yeah.
And if you didn't pre-order it for whatever reason, make sure that you get it through the FOC by noon on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Marvel Team Up #1, which I'm psyched to see back. I don't know. Eve Ewing Ironheart's okay,
Uh-huh.
but it's not awesome. Joey Vasquez doing the art, and Spider-Geddon's art was okay, wasn't awesome. So I'm a little concerned about this creative team. Stefano Caselli's doing the cover. This first team up is Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel. I always liked the team up books. It was always fun because I always really liked Spider-Man, and then it was fun to see him play off of whoever he got teamed up with. I hope it's good. I hope it's good storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Nice one and done stories. I'm hoping, and I hope they're fun. I hope this works.
That's pretty. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna check out the Star Wars Christopher action figure variant to see who that was. That is Leia, Princess Leia, in the.
The bounty hunter to get it disguise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a cool one.
That's a pretty cool one. You don't see these selling as well as they used to, though. There's too many.
Very true. All right. Anything else in Marvel, sir?
I didn't see a facsimile edition, so keep an eye out for those.
There you go.
Nope,
All
nothing else there.
Head on down and see what Boom has to offer. I'm not real high on Rocco's Modern Life or Jim Henson's Storytellers edition. So
Yeah, nothing in Dynamite for me.
nothing in Dynamite either. I think.
Well, Obey Me,
Yep.
maybe? Obey Me is the first issue. It's Mario Mentasti and Emmanuel Ordaz Torres with art and cover by Ben Herrera. This looks okay. I don't. I'm not sure. It's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I think you can probably pass on that one.
Yeah, I'm out. It's a lot of covers for something like that.
Yeah.
Xena Warrior Princess from Dynamite.
Yeah, launching this again. Who's the creator on this?
Vita Ayala.
Oh, okay. Not moving the needle for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it from Dynamite then.
All right. Let's see what we have in the smaller ones.
Oh, we got a Lion Forge #1, Stiletto. It's a 3-issue miniseries. Pally Schmidt doing the art and the cover. Crime story with a twist. I'm a big fan of the crime noir genre, so this is something that seems pretty interesting to me. Lion Forge, going to be a small print run, but I don't know if secondary market's going to be excited about yet another crime noir book. So you got a chance, but it's probably not a slam dunk. Let's see. We got you can sample some Valiant books for under $1. So we've got Divinity #1, the dollar debut, and Exo Manowar #1, the dollar debut. So it's 65 cents if you're getting it through Cowabunga. You can check those out, those origins, and sample those first issues and see if it's something for you.
Very cool.
Might be fun if you missed out on that first issue and you need to complete a run. It may be an easy way to do so. I like the cheap. And I don't see anything else. I think that's it.
Me either. All right, Drew, you head right on into our sneak peek.
Yeah, just make sure if you're following along, get those FOC orders in by noon on Monday. And if you didn't get on the list yet, you can always send Cowabunga Comics an email, eric@cowabungacomics.com, or click on the link in the show notes to get on that mailing list so you don't miss out and you can follow along at home.
Very, very true, because you never know. There's some exclusive FOC editions of stuff, and, of course, I miss a ton of stuff in previews, it seems like, every month.
I do a really bad job on my pre-orders.
All right, Drew, let's start where we love to start. Let's start with our Image books coming out next week.
And these are weeks releasing, what, the 13th?
Yep, March 13th, 2019. Home for Wayward Rabbits, number 506.
Ooh, and My Beloved Assassination is out. This is Kyle Starks. Really excited about this. And Erica Henderson doing the art. There's like 20 different assassins in here, all with their own personalities and stuff. I read a few little pages of preview on this, and it really looks good. It's about the world's former greatest hitman who hires the 20 best assassins in the world to be his bodyguards. So nice little high concept there. I think this has the potential to be really good. Kyle Starks can build on his success over at he did that Rock Candy Mountain that I really loved, and he's done some Rick and Morty stuff as well.
And that will be directly competing with Little Bird, number 1 of a 5-issue miniseries by Darcy Van Paul-Geest and Ian Bertram on art.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Really, really pretty. Now, when you click on that Gunning for Hits, is that an album cover homage? Like the other two have been?
Is that Crowded House or not Crowded House, but
I was thinking of Queen, maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't there a Queen like News of the World where like they're trying to get out of a big giant's hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking it might be that, but it's kind of a loose homage, not like the what's the Murder Falcon B covers that are like pretty much dead on metal album cover homages. And this is kind of like I think it is. I think that's what they were going for.
It does look very similar to Queen's News of the World. Very nice.
Yeah.
Good, nice pull.
I did just recently see the movie, so I feel like I'm a Queen expert.
There you go.
But Little Bird, it's pretty. I don't know if I would even like this though, like as a reader. But do you think it'll be a monstrous situation?
Not with a 5-issue miniseries, no.
7 to Eternity, where the art is king and really kind of drives the secondary market excitement for it?
Nope.
Okay. Nope. There is that Murder Falcon B cover. What did we say that was? That was Megadeth?
Yep, Megadeth, Rust in Peace.
Yeah. Very cool.
Anything else in Image?
And there's lots of good stuff in Image
There
to
really
read.
is, yeah.
From a specs to flip standpoint, I think we hit them.
Let's head on down to Dark Horse.
It's a big week, though.
Yeah. Calamity Kate, Magdalene Visigio, and Corin Howe.
Yeah. What do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
Yeah. So, a modern day retelling of a world overrun by zombies, vampires, demons, goblins, and the 7 fabled beasts of yore.
It's kind of a crowded comic.
Yeah.
A lot of bad guys there.
Drew, the trade paperback for She Could Fly, being released by Dark Horse here.
Nice.
Did you end up liking that?
No.
Okay.
I ended up dropping it like 2 issues in.
2 issues in. I know you were having some trouble at issue 2, and I wasn't sure what you did at that point.
Yep. Maybe it'll be a deadly class situation, and I'll look back in 2 years and say, what did I do?
But why?
That's it.
And what is this Transformers #1 reboot we have here?
Oh, from IDW?
Yeah. Brian Ruckley.
Yeah, this is the one I gifted you because you didn't have it on your pull list.
That's exactly right. So
it was FOC'd to you, hopefully.
Excellent.
In the March box.
Very cool.
Nice looking cover. Classic.
Yes, very. All right, that's all for IDW. Go ahead.
I know what you're excited about.
And then DC. For DC, we have Batman Who Laughs, Grim Knight #1. I have the Gabriel Del Auto variant edition cover on my phone as my lock screen right now. Just because Batman with a ton of automatic weapons is something I've always liked to see.
Is that the C cover?
Yes.
There? Or the B cover?
The third one, yep.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's a really nice cover.
So I highly recommend that one. Do not like the Flash B cover at all by Tim Sale. That is bad.
Penultimate Scooby Apocalypse.
Oh no.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. It looks like the end for the Scooby Gang. Enjoy it. 2 more issues. This one and 1 more. What a run, though, right?
There you go. Way more than I thought it would be.
Yep.
Supergirl 28, Art Germ, cover B.
He's back on it.
Let's go. Yeah. Don't miss that.
Looks like almost every other Supergirl cover, but almost every other Supergirl cover by Art Germ is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but that's gorgeous. I think that's it for DC. Nice stuff, though.
Yeah. Let's head on down to Marvel. We got our first spin-off for Age of Conan with Belit #1 by Tini Howard.
Saladin Ahmed's take on Ms. Marvel after G. Willow Wilson's long and successful run. He's going to take a shot at writing her. We'll see how that goes. Minku Jung is the artist. Not familiar with that artist. Did some Nightwing.
Hey.
Rising Star. What's this Marvel's annotated? Do you know anything about that? Yeah, I don't either. I need to check into what that is.
Kurt Busiek, 25-year anniversary of the series that changed the way we look at superheroes.
That's what issue 2 is about, Kurt Busiek?
Yeah. I mean, that's who's writing it. Or the Marvel's annotated #2.
Okay.
Yeah. No idea on those.
You want another X-Men book that starts up? Winter's End?
Oh, my.
Man. That's about it for Marvel.
Yep, all for me as well. Let's head on down to Dynamite.
Nothing
and then
Dynamite.
move right along to Boom. All those Fireflies are going to second and third prints on those. Very nice.
Yeah, there's something there, right?
There's got to be.
Those brown coats are out in force.
Yes.
Nothing there.
All right, let's head on down to our smaller shirt publisher.
We got a relaunch of Goon. This is Eric Powell's book from Albatross Funny Books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It might be good. You know, he's going back to the well.
Yeah.
He had some success, but it's not going to be any first appearance. You know, that ship's already sailed.
Yep.
It's around the 20th anniversary. The book's, the character's been around for a while. So I think this is more of a just check it out if you want to read it, but I don't think there's going to be any upside on the secondary market for it.
There you go. Rick and Morty presents Jerry #1 from Oni Press. Riverdale Season 3.
Rest in peace, Luke Perry.
Yeah, sad to hear. That's it. You got anything else?
No.
I got nothing else as well.
No.
I was trying to find something, but I could not do it.
Back half is a little thin. Back half is quite thin.
Yep. So, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask you for your sneak peek pick of the week. What is your lead pipe lock? What is the book that you can guarantee we can go and get, put in a sleeve, put in our long box, and it's going to be the next thing featured on coverprice.com?
Assassination. Multiple copies.
There you go.
It's the way to go.
And I am going Grim Knight #1, cover C.
Nice. Because it is your screensaver.
That's right.
Very cool.
There you go. So if you agree with us, make sure you drop us a line at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff that you can find at comicsfunprofit.com. Tell us if we got it right this week or if there was a hidden gem in there they missed. Feel free to drop that line as well.
In honor of our 500th episode, please send us 500 emails,
Oh my.
500 tweets, 500 likes.
There you go.
$500, 500
There you go.
comic,
That I like.
500 comics.
Yes.
Whatever you want to do to celebrate our 500th. We're excited. I can't believe we got there. Did you ever think we'd do 500 of these?
No, I figured you'd lose interest about episode 14.
I thought the same of you. Fantastic.
All right. We thank you so much for traveling along with us. If you listened to all 500 episodes, thank you so very much. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.